games in Sanguine and Skyfire, losing 3-1, and then they went on to beat Sanguine in the thriller of 5. Now, DDG will have that game in hand, so it will obviously affect how Skyfire plays, and as well as DDG, they will start to see, okay, we've got a game in hand, so we can take our time with everything. Yeah. We don't need a rush. We can settle ourselves. We've got the gap, but can we extend that gap to 2, or will it go back to 1-1?
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of attacking pressure on the side of Skyfire as well as DDG. Skyfire getting a chance. I think the DDG definitely have the upper hand in terms of attacking prowess and being able to get those chances, but also you got Shell Shock who kind of sits back, makes sure that nothing crap goes in on the side of Skyfire. Just none of that rolly kind of goals on the defensive outplay from Skyfire. So it's going to be very hard for Skyfire to get through. However, take nothing past them. I really think they can play and they definitely have a chance, but they're going to have to stop Trod. I think he's the big gunner. Yeah, with how much power and time he had on the ball in the previous game with Skyfire, they need to stop him. I think that it's definitely the way to stop him is to get rid of Trod. However,
we saw it. Oh, that's the first goal. Angry Man. We'll get off quick. We saw it yesterday in when you shut down a player, it's a massive effect. We saw it. When was it? Was it earlier today or was it yesterday? I think it was. We saw it yesterday in Bluebirds, I believe it was. We saw if a player gets shut down, it affects the whole team. And when you shut down like a player like Trod, it's a big difference. Players start to play differently because you're essentially playing a man down if you're getting targeted. But in the Skyfire team, we're going to see another goal coming from Shell Shock. That's 2 quick goals for DDG, and they'll take a 2-0 lead. So this game might be over in 4. We are set for 4, at least 3 games, sorry. But the teams look otherwise unchanged. Skyfire will go in the same team they did just before, but they're down 2-0 to DDG.
Yeah, and it's just been from attacking plays, like just a couple of solo plays gets them the goals. They start off fast. Skyfire had the extra game. I mean, the quicker game. They've just come back, and there's another one from Angry Man. It's 3-0. We're a minute and a half in, and if you think they weren't warm, they're definitely warm. Angry Man's got 2. Shell Shock's got 1. DDG are on fire.
They're lighting Skyfire up, and they're literally putting the flame out as Skyfire. This will be their last game, and they need to make a statement in their last as they want to try and, prove themselves and get into the proving grounds as they are a good team. As Quake will put a shot on goal, and there's the goal back. You can't count Skyfire out yet as it is 3-1. With 3 minutes, 15 seconds, there's still a massive amount of time for Skyfire to turn this around.
The way that DDG play, there is a lot of goals in games. You can never count out your opponents. You can never count out DDG. They came back from 2 goal deficits 3 times in their last series and managed to come back and win 3-1 from just massive comebacks every time. So they attack non-stop. They're one of those teams that they're always attacking even when in front by 2-3 goals. I know it's a bit silly sometimes, but it's just the way they play, and so they're just going to watch themselves. That Quake doesn't get on fire, and Quake gets another one.
You've just said it. These teams have clutch ability. These teams can make a comeback happen. And we're seeing it live right in front of our faces as Skyfire will bring it back within 1. Only 26-second difference between goals. Those 2 goals that they've just scored. They're back in this game. It's 3-2. It's like we've just started again. But Angry Man will get up. So it might be... the game will open up again. The game is topsy-turvy. It's a little pinboard. It's going back and forth. It's 4-2 to DDG now. I couldn't even finish what I was saying about Skyfire. DDG have scored. And Angry Man now has his 3rd.
We're gonna get about 10 to 12 goals per game in this series. You've got 2 teams who are absolutely dominating in terms of attack throughout the season, and 2 teams that are kind of the only problems they have are in defense. Their attack is fine. The only reason why they're in Div 2 is probably defense. So you've got 2 teams that are just going to be non-stop getting ping pong goals, go up one way, go up another, and just score. There's going to be at least 10 goals in this game. I'm calling it now.
It'll be a goal fest, and this could be another one, but Angry Man will have a little bit of say over that one. So there's the fourth save of the game. So it's been low saves, more shots. And it's been a really good start from both of these teams, even though the lead is 4-2 for DDG. With only 2 minutes left, they're coming down. The clock is winding down in game number 1, or game played number 1 in essentially game 2. As Vel will get a flick. It won't go as far as Angry Man, though. He'll be able to stop it and deny it with 2 minutes left. If Skyfire want to have a say at that, they need to get a goal, and they need to get a goal here because it might come down to a 5th goal. We might see Chod get involved now. He might get his first goal in the final series, but it's not going to happen.
Just taking their time here as Shellshock tries to get back onto the ball. There's 1:45 left and it's 4-2 to the boys in blue. Trod tries to get something going, tries to get second touch on this, probably won't. But Quake kind of just leaves it, makes it Orkies for himself, but he gets back on it. Quake gets another touch on it, so he keeps going, tries to find Baz, but Shellshock very good at getting back and making sure as Val puts it into the corner. Shellshock and Angry Man go together. Angry Man might be able to get to this one as well. He might be able to find Trod, who's just behind him, but weird touch as it just comes down. Sees Quake up there, but Quake doesn't end up going for it. Didn't have the boost to kind of get there in the end, but Volano, Mr. Otis nearly gets there, couldn't quite. Angry Man tries to go on the counter-attack as that one's hit weirdly by Baz. Goes backwards, 1 minute to go. Volano blows up Trod, and with a minute to go, it's still all Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more time to play with now with a minute left. They just need to hold 2 goals. They've got the 2-goal lead in this first game. Duck Duck Goose, they're playing extremely well as the 5th goal might come out, but Novolano will have something to say about it, and they're now going to start to put the pressure on. But they're missing some easy shots. They're missing some easy clears up the field. They're whiffing past the ball. It's not going to happen. This could be the 5th goal coming out, and it will be Angry Man. Yes, the double tap. Baz will get the save, but Angry Man will keep following it in. And it's now 5-2 with only 41 seconds left. In my opinion, it's done for game 1. DDG will take game number 1 and with a 2-0 lead, stomp towards a possible sweep in the final series. So they'll get a little bit closer to getting their hands on the trophy.
I wouldn't say that it's I think that getting that first game is massive, and I think it'll do a lot for their confidence. I don't say Skyfire completely out of it yet. However, 2-0 is massive. It puts yourself in just a little bit of breathing space to just take your time and know for a fact if they can win the next game 3, as we know game 3s are huge, but the next one, it would mean Skyfire would have to win 4 in a row against Duck Duck Goose, who have been on fire.
They'll essentially need a reverse sweep here as the clock will tick a second mark, and DDG will take out their second map or their second game, and they'll have that 2-0 lead, which is very essential for their confidence. But the dwindling confidence of Skyfire will start. They'll take a hit to the old confidence meter. It will start to drift down as Angry Man will be your MVP for game number 1, and he'll get 4 goals to his name off 4 shots. So he's very clinical in game number 1. We move to game 2, essentially game 3. So we'll go with it is game 3 now. It's 2-0. If they win, if DDG take the win in game 3, we need to see Skyfire, and this is all they have to do. They need a reverse sweep. They need to win 4 back-to-back to have a say. But they need to win. I reckon they need to win this next game, or DDG will probably run away with it.
I honestly think the same. I think that everything's on DDG at the moment. I think that Skyfire definitely have nothing to lose in this situation. DDG are trying to go out. What's scary about that game, though, is that Trod only had 200 score, and they dominated play. Trod has been a player who's been dominating these series throughout the entire playoff, and he was just there in that game. He didn't do anything massive. He was just consistent. Very scary that he didn't get any goals or assists or saves in that game, and they still won 5-2. If Trod gets some big plays here, this could be over quick.
It means that Trod relies on his teammates. He has trust in them, and he can, he doesn't have to do it all by himself, which he might do it here. He might get his first goal because he hadn't scored yet, as Baz will go over the top of Angry Man, and he'll get a little touch, but Trod's back to save it, and Val needs to do it, which he will. Top of the roof. He's done a beautiful goal. That's a tough angle for Volano, and he'll get Skyfire on the board early. Now, the situation is they have took the first goal, and we have seen throughout the series, first goal wins it, but it's not essentially. They took it back from them, and the first goal, it's a big one for Skyfire. Their confidence will be through the roof now. They know that they can beat the very strong team in DDG.
Yeah. However, they do know that they are able to make comebacks, and as I say that, Shell Shock, boom, 1-1. DDG have been playing like this all day. Every single time that they get behind, they find a kickoff goal. They find something out of nowhere. They get these little touches that just end up brilliant. And once again, they've done it again. DDG 1-1, back in it.
It's going to get close now, Foxy. It's going to get really close as Baz and Angry Man will go out, and Angry Man beats 2 players. That's brilliant play from the Angry Man as he's going to get fired up here as Villano needs to do something about it, but Angry Man's going to have something to say and bounces 2 of them away. So Trod on his own, he's going to flick 1, flick 2, flick 3, and it's going to be Trod on his own, but he's going to whiff it. He probably shouldn't have touched it. Shell Shock had a wide open goal, and it could be 2-1, but no, we are still 1-1 as Angry Man will clear the ball up again, and Villano will try and get up, and he will. He'll be able to clear it up as far as Trod, though. Trod on his back, he's made a huge mistake. As Villano will get the second goal. I don't know what Trod was doing. He might have disconnected. His controller might have disconnected. But you'll see here, he's just on his back and he just flips at the wrong, like he flips too late, and 2-1 Skyfire.
Bit of a weird one. He was on his ass there. I don't know what happened there. He was actually on his head. I don't know if it was just an accidental kind of flip play, but Quake scores. It's 3-1, and Skyfire are back in it. You can start spamming your Quakes in chat because now he's on fire.
He's made the Ducks quack himself. Quake has put the Shell Shock into everything, and he's doing really well here. You can see what I'm doing. It's 3-1. Skyfire have found their momentum now. As Shell Shock, he's going to have a say about it, but no, he's not going to be able to come off effective. As Trod will have a shot, but it'll hit the top of the board, and Angry Man's going to have his turn, so all 3 players of DDG are going to have a little bit of fun. Now, Vel and Baz bump into each other, so they're obviously not really communicating as much as they like, as Quake will hit it up into the air. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, and it's going to be Baz to have a shot, but not quite. As Shell Shock will need to do something. It's all up to Villano. Villano needs to help out here. He needs to do something. A Shell Shock will hit off the roof, but it's going to come back out. Baz, he's all on his own now. It's all on his own for Villano to do something about it. It's going to bounce under him. Oh, it's going to be really close as Trod will make a beautiful save to keep himself in there. They're still 2 goals down, but they can still win it.
Yeah, good save, good save. There's still 3 minutes on the clock. The way that DDG play is just non-stop pressure. They'll find a goal. They'll find their way to get back into it. It's just whether or not Skyfire will actually find a way to get 4-1 up, which is a way right there, but Angry Man does well. Every single time that DDG end up in these problem kind of games where they're not getting goals, they still find a way. You can't write them off. You cannot Skyfire can't sit here and go, okay, we're 2 goals up, we're ahead, you know, and start
being... get complacent.
Yeah, exactly right. And especially against this DDG side, who have been doing this all day. They've come back from 2-goal deficit so much today. It's about the 3rd or 4th time that they've done it. They've been in a 2-goal deficit, and every single time they find a way. And here's Angry Man to Shell Shock, who hits it over. Orky's play, Villano gets rid of.
2 minutes left, and Skyfire still with the 2-goal lead. Nothing to say from DDG yet, but they're still going to try their best to do something as Baz will get up in the air, hopefully trying to make something work and maybe get the 4th goal, and it might be a lead, but no, Villano will miss. It'll bounce just a little bit too awkward for him to make the play as Baz will get up as well, and now the ball's going to trickle hopefully into the side of DDG. Skyfire need to hope and hold on for another minute and 45 seconds as this ball's just going to sit in the corner of the defense of Skyfire as Quake tries to clear as well as Villano. Villano gets it out only as far as Shell Shock will hit it across the line to Baz. Baz will be able to do something now as the ball trickles into the corner, and one will miss as Angry Man needs to do something. Trod, he's had a very quiet game. He hasn't even touched the ball really. They're not really doing much here, DDG. They've kind of side off a little bit as Vel and Shell Shock will go head to head and Baz will come through. This could be a goal, but no, Angry Man will clear and we have a minute 20 left.
A good pass from Shell Shock to Trod. Trod might get a second touch on this, but doesn't quite. There's a minute 10 on the clock, and DDG need to find a goal. It's a good pass from Trod, but couldn't quite get it to Angry Man, as now Shell Shock will take his time. Trod will take his time. Trod will get a touch on it, but might even get a second. Trod with a chance, well saved by Baz. Shell Shock tries to get something on it, does. That's a chance for Angry Man. Will he get up for it? He will, but Trod might get a shot here off the bounce, and that's going top corner. Trod, 53 seconds to go. DDG back in it.
It's still close, Foxy. I'm telling you, this could be overtime. We could see it in game number 3 here. It's a beautiful pigeon shot from Trod, and he'll get his name on the board here with his first goal after 4 attempts. He's starting to wake up a bit here, but there's still 53 seconds left, so we can't count DDG out, and it's going to be really close now as Baz and Trod will go up for it, but Trod will come up better-handed as Shell Shock. He's going to move the ball up, but Vel will clear, and Angry Man, he's going to clear it the long way here as Baz will get in, and it's going to be really close now. Trod needs to get get it out, which he does. 38 seconds left, and it's really close. It's an open goal for Trod, but no, Villano will have something to say, and we have 30 seconds to decide it here. Now, the last 30 seconds will be really crucial for both these teams. Skyfire, they can't put too much pressure onto DDG, but DDG really need to start to work here. This is going to get really close for Trod. Trod's going to go up. This could be a goal. It could come down to Baz. And Angry Man will go, but no, Villano will save. We got 15 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to get really close. Villano needs to clear, which he does. We got 10 seconds, and the countdown could come down. We could see a 0 seconds goal, and this ball has not left the goal of Skyfire, but that's a beautiful clear. That might give Skyfire the win, but no, the ball has to touch the floor. Shellshock's going to keep it up, but Bell, he's going to come up as well. Ball's going to get cleared by Bell. Bell's going to go. Trot needs to keep it up. This ball has not touched the floor yet. This ball is still live. Trot's going to get it up. Quake and both Baz are going to need to clear. Angry Man's going to get up. 0 seconds left. Bell, he needs to get it out, but it's going to hit the floor eventually. It still hasn't hit the floor, but it's in the half of DDG. They're trying to keep this alive here. Foxy, they're going to need it, but that's going to be it, and that's it. Skyfire will win game 3.
There it is. Skyfire get the one that they needed to give themselves a chance. Like, that was the most important game there of the series, because going 3-0 down, there was no way that they had any hope in hell of getting back in it. However, now they've gotten that one game, it's actually the next game that is massive, because if you think about it, Skyfire win the next one, and all of a sudden we're 2-2, and we got a clean slate, and we're playing a best of 3. However, DDG win the next one, and they've got 3 games to become champions. So this game is going to be a lot of pressure on Skyfire, in my opinion. They're going to watch themselves for errors. They're going to watch themselves for problems. And if they can get through it with no errors, no problems, no Orkies plays, nothing like that, they can find their way to equalize it and make it 2-2.
Yeah, they need to start to, find a situation and maybe even look to make themselves a little bit more comfortable here, DDG, as they do take their first loss against Skyfire. So they have now lost 3 games throughout the whole entire finals series. And it's going to be a close game number 4. If DDG win this, they will move to championship point. But if Skyfire win it, we will see a 2-2. So we will at least see 6 games. We'll see at least 6 games. And it could get close within games 4, 5, and 6, depending on how it goes in game 4 here.
Everyone say, where's the Ground Zero shirt? Yeah, I wore it for 3 weeks. It needed a wash, okay? All right. All right. Oh. So Baz, Villano into the corner, tries to get some kind of play into Quake, who's been scoring a lot of goals. But Trod goes himself. He's got nobody with him, but Angry Man will try to put some kind of pressure on. Faked by Villano. Mr. Otis will try to go himself. Mr. Otis, what a pass. Baz gets it off the bottom of the crossbar, and Skyfire are on fire.
Skyfire will take the early lead, and this is really good for them. They've been playing really well. As Shellshock had nothing. He had no time to settle himself and try and push the ball out of the goal, but it's not going to work. Skyfire will take the 1-0 lead, and they are a step closer to leveling this final series 2-2 and getting their hands. They can smell the trophy if they move to 2-2, but DDG, they're going to maybe put the pressure on here, as they did go 1-0 down very early, and then they leveled it up, but it just took away from Skyfire. They just took the lead and ran with it, but we still have 4 minutes left to decide this, and I don't think you can count DDG out just yet, because they're such a great team.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They'd be able to smell the trophy if it was made by Cairo. I'm not sure if he had anything to do with the trophy making, but you'd definitely be able to smell it that way. All right, so Shellshock into the middle. Oh, just bangs Quake. Doesn't even bother about the ball. Just goes right into Quake instead. That's a good pass if they can find a player, but Baz does well to get rid. 3:30 on the clock. And DDG need to get a goal to get themselves back into it.
They need to find something, and they need to find it really quick, because DDG they're a team of confidence. If they score, they can really start to work themselves out. And when they start to work themselves out, they get confident and they start winning games, and they start to play the way they want to play. If DDG score, they'll be happy with themselves. In there, Quake will have a shot, but they'll just go to the left-hand side of the post. That was really close from Quake, as he might be able to have something to say, but Angry Man will clear. It's an open goal for Quake to steal it. He will steal it, and we are 2-0, and Skyfire are running away with this.
Quake has got it again. Villano with a big play. He's definitely been MVP of the finals so far. But, it's one of those moments where we're in the same boat again where it's 2-0 down DDG, but they will not stop here. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be anything like that. DDG will come back into it. Skyfire know that because it's happened to them so many times today. They've got to go and score more goals. Oh, what a save by Trod.
Beautiful save.
Trod with a wonderful save there to get it out of there. And now a blow up from Volano onto Shellshock, but they'll keep going. Angry Man tries to get something on. Trod won't turn on this. Instead, they'll go into defensive mode. Trod will not get that. Baz will. And now we will reset. 2:30 on the clock.
You can see when a quick play happens and then the ball kind of goes dead as Vels will have a shot and he will. That's 3-0. Volano, he's erupting like a volcano and Skyfire's light has just burned a little bit more. They're going to fire under their bum and they're taking this game into their own hands and it is 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably going to go the distance, but it's 3-0 at DDG. They're losing the grip. The trophy is slipping out of their hands and they need to start to work here. They need to find a goal and find a goal quick or it's going to be a little bit too late for them.
All of a sudden, if it stays like this, we're playing a best of 3. That's how DDG can think about it. We've changed it to a best of 3. We can reset, try and beat a best of 3 against a team that we've already beaten. And Quake off the post, that would have made it certain. But 3-0, 2 minutes to go. DDG have come back from worse today. They can do it, but they need to score quick and they need to get it good.
They need to score probably before minute 30 as Baz will get up and Trod will clear. It's only going to go as Volano. Volano is going to get it up. He might score another pigeon goal, but it's going to hit off the post.
There it
no,
is.
Quake will miss. That's going to be a massive whiff. And he's going to be kicking himself over that. Minute 30 left. It's still 3-0 though. But Volano do well to recover as he's going to pass into the middle, into Baz. Baz versus Trod. Trod, he'll only get faked a little bit as he will clear it up and Shellshot will clear. It's a minute 20 and DDG, they really need to score if they want to stay in game number 4.
I just don't know where DDG's gone. Where's their plays?
They've lost their spark.
They're attacking kind of plays. It's just they've got nothing going. Skyfire haven't really changed their play or changed anything, and as that's a big save from Quake to make sure that it stays 3-0 with a minute to go. There's just nothing big coming from the side of DDG. Trod hasn't really done anything other than the game that they won. It seems to me at the moment that Skyfire definitely have the upper hand in this, as Angry Man couldn't quite get to this. There's 45 seconds to go. I think we're going to a 2-2, so we're going to have a best of 3 essentially now. And chat, who's going to win from here? I don't know. Spam your DDG, spam your Skyfires, do whatever you need to do because your team needs you.
30 seconds left as Trod will bring it back, but it might be just a little bit too late. 26 seconds to score 2 goals, so 2 minutes and 1 second between the goals. It's a little bit too late from Trod as there's only 26 seconds left and they need to do it and they need to do it really fast here. They need to get the kickoff in their favor. If they get the kickoff and score within, say, 3 to 4 seconds, which is doable, they can still win it as the kickoff won't go their way as Trod will just hit it back towards Baz. The Angry Man will get it up. There's only 20 seconds remaining and Shellshock will pass it into the middle to Trod. Trod could get a goal here. It's going to go only far as Quake and the ball's going to dribble around in the box. Angry Man will miss and Shellshock will clear it into the middle. Only to Quake and Angry Man. They're going to battle it out, but Quake will win the 50-50 and Val will get up. 8 seconds left and there it is. The clear will do it. The clear will seal it. And we are going to a game number 5. We will see at least 6, ladies and gentlemen. And we will going to have a longer series than expected as Baz will get up and he's going to score an own goal just to tease it a little bit. 0 seconds. And they're going to win 3-2. Baz is going to say, here, we'll have this one. Maybe a little BM coming out there. But Skyfire will level the series up 2-2.
I mean, BM is fine. The only thing is that that's only going to fuel DDG, if anything. I think that at the moment, I think that Skyfire are definitely playing the better game. However, there is nothing stopping DGG from coming back from games like this. They have done it all day. They've done it all season where they're in these kind of predicament kind of times and they will find a way. They'll find those big plays. They'll find those big games. And this next one now is massive in terms of momentum, but also nerves. Both teams now in this game 5 are going to be nervous as heck. This will be the biggest game that they've ever played. If it gets to a game 7, that'd be the biggest game they ever played. But this one here is huge for the side of DDG. If they can get back into it, get a win, and be 1 away, all of a sudden momentum changes. If Skyfire win it, wow, all of a sudden changing the tables. Skyfire have come back into it and really have a chance to take this trophy.
So whoever takes game number 5 here, so we'll play 5 minutes to decide game number 5. Whoever takes this will have cemented themselves and the title of championship point. They will sit on championship point until game 6 is decided. So whoever wins game 5 will sit championship point. Then game 6 will decide if we have a winner, or we will say game 7. As it might be early from Val. Oh, what a goal! He'll start it off extremely early, and the momentum has definitely shifted. Skyfire are winning 1-0 within the first 8 seconds in this game. 15 seconds from kickoff, and they're up 1-0.
It's an Otis party at the moment. He's been playing very, very well, and I feel as if the defense. I mean, DDG the way they play. They don't really play defensive. They use the good old, a good offense is a good defense, but they haven't had any offense since the game 1 where they won it and went 2-0 up. It's been all Skyfire. All of a sudden, you can start thinking as a Skyfire fan, well, if we win this one, we might go 4 in a row. But and gets one on the board. Quake with a defensive error as he hit the post on his way going around. It's 1-1, 30 seconds in. We're going to have a big game 5.
It's 1-1, and yes, 30 seconds in, we've seen 2 goals here. Angry Man is going to bring the side back into the contention, and level pecking, we're at 0-0 basically again. Yep. So the game will reset. Everyone will need to reset themselves, and the nerves, they're going to start to kick in now. Everyone's hearts will be racing, as Val's going to do a lot of work in the air. You can't give him that much room, because you've seen how deadly he is in the air. As Quake will need to clear, which he does. Trod will have a nice save, and Trod, he's been real quiet throughout all of these games. We've played 3, and he's been really quiet. As the goal will open up, but Quake, I reckon that demo will be one of the saving demos from going 2-1 down, as Trod will have something to say, but no, only go as far as Quake with only a minute gone in this game. It's been a very long minute here.
Angry Man into the corner, couldn't quite get to Shell Shock. Angry Man will get to this just before it goes in, so he turns around, tries to get some kind of play going, but maybe that's a good pass to Baz, gets it! Big goal for Baz and Skyfire. They take a 2-1 lead into this game 5 with a big pass from Mr. Otis.
What a beautiful pass from Valeno. He's done very well, and he's made a beautiful set. He's put that on a silver platter for Baz, and he said, here, have a bite, and he had an absolute munch of it, and he's gotten the goal to give them the lead. He's broken the deadlock once again, so we're going to see the 2-1 come into effect. We might see the 2-2 as Trod will go up. Angry Man decides not to pressure, which is a good decision because they're going to need numbers back now as the table switches. That ball's going to go across the goal line, but no one will have any effect on it. Now, minute 30 to play, and Angry Man's in the air. He's going to be very lethal from here, and Trod needs to do something about it, but no, it's not going to go as far. It's going to be a tap. This could be a goal. Baz will get a little bit of touch. He'll put a little bit of pressure on Shell Shock, which will affect the goal, and now Shell Shock's going to go up with Angry Man. Angry Man going as well. The backwards flip. Beautiful goal from Angry Man. That is a lovely goal, and DDG will level the series up 2-2.
Oh, Angry Man, the flick. Baz didn't go for it. Quake didn't go for it. They said, oh, it's going to hit the crossbar. No. 2-2. Game 5 is looking big.
Game 5 is extremely close here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be really good. So everyone grab your popcorn, grab a seat, because we might even see Game 7 as the shot's going to come in, but Quake will save.
You turn on that.
These games give really good a chance again. Angry Man, no jikes. Shell Shock will get up. It's really attacking now from DDG. We're seeing DDG start to attack very, very well now. They've turned the thrusters on, and they're saying, all right, enough defending. We're going to start attacking now. We want more of this cake, and we want to put our hands back on the trophy as Trod will have a shot. Baz and Vel will go for it, but Vel will be the one to clear with 2 minutes 40 left.
The confidence has gone up from the side of DDG. Now they're attacking. Now they're making sure that they get those attacking plays and have the 2 players up like they've been playing all season. As Trod has a chance here to put it up. Couldn't quite get the touch he wanted. However, he does blow up Quake in the process, which is massive. Shell Shock tried to get a shot off, but couldn't quite get it anywhere. They can take their time here as Trod will get to this one. Will he get it off the wall? He will, which will give a chance, but no, they'll go back. Volano, Mr. Otis has a chance to find a pass. Will he find the pass? Not quite. Shell Shock could go onto that, but couldn't quite. Shell Shock does get onto that. He does very well. Another little touch. That'll go off the line. Very well saved by Mr. Otis. As now, that's Orkies. Goes to Trod. Gets rid Shells in a weird spot here. Yep, expected that. And here's a chance. Oh, he's knocked it.
No!
Oh, what a big knock that is.
No, that could be a goal.
No, he couldn't quite get there.
Oh,
Went too
that is
fast.
so lucky. That was really lucky. The bounce from Val, that was going at rapid pace. And then almost went back for a goal for Trod, but Trod didn't have enough boost to get there, as Baz will need to clear, which he does. So we've got a minute 30 left, ladies and gentlemen. Quake will need to clear, which he will, and Baz only goes as far as Baz. And Baz will get up now. Back to
this
Quake.
Is trouble.
Quake, this could be a goal. No, Trod will save. We have a minute 30 left. This game is getting really intense, and we're starting to see a lot of attacking Rocket League now. The defense has kind of trickled out a bit, but now we're seeing really attentive Rocket League, and this is getting really good, Foxy. With only a minute 15 left, both teams are going to start to look for this final goal. We could see a 0-second goal,
Trod.
as it's going to be Trod by himself to beat Quake. No, Quake will beat him out. Now, it's going back again. Angry Man will go to Val. Val will need to clear it up. Shellshock with an open wide goal, but no, he's going to hit it too far. Trod will get up. Trod will score with a minute left. Trod has made it 3-2, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the one! That's the Trod goal I was talking about that was needed from the side of DDG, and it's a massive one and might be the biggest of their org's career. It is 3-2, 1 minute to go.
This could decide the championship. This could decide who goes through to the 3-2 lead, as we have a minute left, but you can't count Skyfire out yet, as Baz is going up for it. And Val will just miss off the right-hand side of the post. Now there's 50 seconds left. It's all down to Trod. Trod has a wide open goal, but Quake's there to stop, so he needs to do a lot of defensive damage. Trod will have a shot, but no, it's hit the left-hand side of the post. That was really close. That could have been the nail in the coffin, as it's 3-2, and they need to do something quick. Val will clear only as far. It's all down to Trod. Trod's by himself. He will clear, though. So there's 30 seconds left as Quake will get in the air. Quake needs to score, but no, Shell Shot will clear. There's 30 seconds left, and this is going to get really close, as Val needs to do something about it, which he will. Only as far as Trod, though. 20 seconds. Quake is going to get this ball in, and this is going to get really close. The 0-second call out here. Baz and Trod are stuck together, as Val will need to clear 15 seconds left, and the 10-second countdown will click in about now. So it's 10 seconds left. Quake to Val. Val needs to get up. This could be a goal. Baz could score. Baz might score. No, he hits it towards the players of DDG with 3 seconds left. This could be a 0-second goal. 1 second. We're at 0 seconds, and Quake, he needs to score, but no, Angry Man will deny it, and this is getting really close. 3, 2, 1. That is it. DDG will take the lead, and they will be on championship point.
I was talking about big goals from Trod, and he's done it when needed. They go 3-2 up. Trod gets the massive goal. He's only had one goal in the series, but it is his most important one. It is huge, as now Trod puts DDG 3-2 up in the series, and they are now at championship point, where we're going to have massive goals and massive chances in this next game 6, where Skyfire are now under pressure, knowing that they must win.
They need to win, or it's all but over for Skyfire. And in the sense that it comes down to this game number 6, will they force a game 7, or will DDG? They have their hands on the trophy. They can sniff the bread from here, and if they win, it'll be all over. So we have 5 minutes to decide who will win game 6. Will it be DDG taking home the trophy, or will it be Skyfire to force a game 6?
Here we go. So let's start it off with Villano and Angry Man going together. Baz has hit that perfect. Trod's not going. Oh, Trod's done very well to get anything on that. Read it very well. And Angry Man blows up Baz, which takes away the pass, which means there's 2 players going up. Trod tries to get some kind of touch on it, but Quake gets red, very well defended, while Angry Man keeps going. Villano! Mr. Otis couldn't get there. Trod and Shellshock go together and hit each other, but it worked out well in the end, and that's getting rid of. Angry Man will get rid of that too, and we'll kind of just slow down for a second, but here's a chance for Angry Man. Villano will get rid.
You can see both of these teams are starting to slow down a bit now. They're trying to take their time, because they are in a situation where winner takes it all at this point. It's going to be a beautiful shot from Shellshock, but it will go off the left-hand side of the post. So Baz will try to slow it down a bit with a minute almost gone here, and no goals, as Baz will need to redirect it, but won't. Shellshock's going to have something to say about it, as he'll need to beat Villano, but Villano will be there to clear as we hit the minute mark gone. So 4 minutes left. And it's going to get close now, Foxy. It's going to be a situation of who takes this out and whose pressure will mount too much on their shoulders and who will fall first.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure on the side of Skyfire. You can see it at the moment. They're just kind of, their rotation's gone out the window. They're making a little bit of just little errors every once in a while. They need to get that goal just to calm themselves down. They were a bit too worried about how DDG's playing instead of worrying about their own game. There's 3:30 on the clock, and there's still plenty of time. They've got to come into this just thinking that it's any other game. But just little passes like that are going to nowhere. Trod with a chance, couldn't quite get to it. Angry Man putting more pressure on. Shellshock won't go for that. However, Villano is all the way forward here, if you can't see, and that might create a chance as Baz Angry Man gets rid. 3 minutes on the clock. The first goal in this one is going to be massive as Volano, Mr. Otis, Trod with the save. Baz comes down. What a save.
That probably saved the game here, as people are saying, and it's correct, who's going to be the hero of this championship final? This is one of the best final series I've ever casted, and it's going to be really good, as the ball's going to drop for Trod and he'll be able to save. So we're going to slow down a bit here, as Val will give a nice pass to Baz, but he won't be able to do anything, as Quake will get up now. He's going to push it down for a waterfall, but no, Shell Shock will clear all the way to Volano. Volano might score. Angry Man's been so crucial in goal. He's made 2 beautiful saves already. He's been very, very well for this defensive team of DDG, and the game goes down to 2 minutes 30 seconds left.
Angry Man gets a play on Trod. Trod does well. Trod to Shell Shock. Tries to find Angry Man. Now Trod's going to stay back. He's going to stay back here. Wait for Baz's touch. Well played from Trod, as now you'll get that touch there. Trod's been doing very well at those decision-making plays. As now it's a 2-on-1 play. Angry Man has a chance to take the lead. And what a save from Volano, Mr. Otis.
Beautiful save. That was a crazy save. And he's kept them in it. He's kept Skyfire in this final, as Shell Shock might go all the way on his own. He needs to do it again. Quake needs to do it. This is going to drop for Angry Man in a row. Volano will save, so this game's going to slow down a little bit more as well. We've got a minute 50 left as Volano will score. Volano will get the first goal, and we might see game 7, ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't put it past DDG yet, but Volano has started them big. 1:51 on the clock. They get the opening goal, which will take away any nerves they had. But also, they've just got to watch themselves now. There's still a minute 51 on the clock. They know for a fact DDG are going to come quick, and they're going to come very, very quick, because now they know that they only have a minute 45 to score. They know they're going to get their chances, as Trod passes that to Angry Man.
Angry Man will level it. As I was just looking at chat, people are going crazy that Skyfire scored, and now people are going crazy that DDG have scored. And with a minute 40 left, we're at level pecking, ladies and gentlemen, and this could all the way go to overtime in game number 6 here. This is getting super, super intense, and it's getting very, very clear that these teams are so evenly matched. This couldn't be a better final to cast for Div 2, as Baz will get a shot on goal, but Angry Man will clear. We've got a minute 30 left to decide if DDG will lift the trophy here, or if Skyfire will deny them the chance and push it to a final game 7. Now, DDG have been so confident in themselves. They've been playing so well, as Quake will get a goal. Oh, he'll get an open chance, but not quite for Baz. Baz will just slightly miss, and a defensive effort from Angry Man. He has been so crucial in this game. He has kept DDG in it, and he's been so key for this defensive team, as Trod might go on his own, but it won't happen. So the play's just going to get a little bit more ping-pongy now.
1 minute to go, and that's a good pass from Angry Man, but Val makes sure that he goes on the inside, makes sure that it doesn't go in. 57 seconds to go. Let's finish this off. Baz into the middle, tries to get some kind of pass, but nobody's there. Skyfire are looking very nervous. They don't want to concede. They know that, so they're playing very defensive. Quake with the power slide, very fast power slide, does well. Hasn't done much in this game, though. 40 seconds to go. Angry Man tries to find.
This could be it. It will be it. Oh my goodness, Foxy. Oh, I can't believe it. DDG have just scored, and it's 2-1 with 38 seconds left. They can smell the trophy. They're about to lift the trophy in Division 2, Foxy.
And that's the big one. That's the one we were talking about. There's 38 seconds to go. Skyfire know. Quake's ready. They know there'll still be one more goal in this game, because they're going to go all attacking now. Trod tries to get rid. There's 30 seconds to go. He gets hit, which means that no, there won't be anybody there. Baz will hit it over to the side. There's 25 seconds to go. Angry hits it over to the side. Quake
it needs to go. It needs to go. They need to go.
Quake.
They need to go now, Foxy. Come on.
20 seconds.
Skyfire, they can do it.
Trod into the side. Volano tries to get some kind of pass going. Couldn't get it. 10 seconds left on the clock. Blow up from Angry Man, but it's taken away. Trod, 8 seconds to go. Trod needs to get rid. It's gone into a weird spot. Baz gets saved by Angry Man.
DDG, they need to do it. 0 seconds left. Baz will get the ball up in the air. The ball's going to get down. All it has to do is touch the floor. It will only go as far as Val, though. This ball's still in the air. Quake will be in the air. It could be a 0-second goal to Baz. No, it'll be clear.
It's over.
DDG will be your Division 2 champions.
It's over. The fan favourites Duck Duck Goose win it in their first ever org tournament. They somehow get there in the end. Shell is happy. He's done